On in verse 18, and he says to him, and I also say to you that you are Peter, and on this rock which is the revelation of you knowing who I am, I'm going to build my church. And the gates of Hades shall not prevail against this revelation. If you remember who I am, if you remember what you have access to, it doesn't matter what hell breaks loose around you, it will not prevail against you. If you really know who I am, not just talking about me, not just understanding my power, but you know who I am and who you can become as a result of who I am telling you that hell will not prevail against you. And I'm going to give you the keys to the kingdom of heaven. And whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven. And whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. And then he commanded his disciples that they should tell no one that he was Jesus the Christ. Jesus began to show his disciples that he must go to Jerusalem and suffer many things from the elders and chief priests and tribes and be killed and be raised on the third day. Then Peter took him to the side and he began to rebuke him, saying, far be it from you, Lord, that this shall not happen to you. Jesus says to Peter, get behind me, Satan. He went from being Peter, who he was going to use as a stone in building his church, to this person he's now calling Satan. What happened in the midst of receiving revelation to now being on the opposite side of what God is doing in the earth? Jesus says what happened is you are an offense to me, for you are not mindful of the things of God, but of the things of men.